Hello students and welcome back to the mathematics class. In the previous class we have already completed the chapter that is basic geometrical ideas, and we are moving to the next chapter now in mathematics class 6, that is fractions. We'll understand the meaning of fraction and we'll see lots of applications of the concepts related with the fractions in the daily life situations. So I hope you'll find interest in the class and you'll be able to apply this concept in the real life situations as well. So let's start with the class now. And the very first we have the meaning of fraction that we need to understand. So before we understand the meaning of fraction and we get a proper definition, let's start with an example that will make us understand the concept properly. So just take an example. We are having one object. Okay, so one object is given to us. That object is having the shape like a rectangle as shown to you. So this can be a piece of paper in the form of rectangle. Okay, so this one object is given to you, and now this object is to be divided into equal parts. So let's take an example. I am going to divide this object in equal parts with the help of the scale. So let's see how many equal parts we can divide here. So the one which is left, let's erase it, not required. So we can say this is one object. Now this object is divided into equal parts. How many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divided into 6 equal parts. So let's understand the meaning properly. Okay, so one object divided into 6 equal parts, and now out of these 6 I am going to remove these 2 parts. Okay, so once I remove, this object will come here. So let me draw it again. So out of this, what we are doing, so out of 6 parts, we have taken out 2 equal parts now. So 2 parts are removed. So we can say 2 parts are removed. So it is understood, once it is removed, it will not be there. Simple. Okay, so now what condition we have? We had one object, we divided that object into 6 equal parts. Out of 6, now 2 parts are removed. So one side now we have 2 parts and one side we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, so let me shade it because we have removed this from the same object. Now this is your condition, this is your situation. And now I have to express this in the form of number. Means how will I express that 2 parts are basically removed from 6 parts, so that 4 parts are left behind. So in such case, we are basically going to use some number, and that number will be basically called your fraction. So I'm repeating again. The condition we have is one object divided into 6 equal parts, and out of 6, 2 parts are removed. Now this statement we have to show in the form of number, that is 2 parts are basically removed from 6 equal parts. How to express it in the form of number? So what is to be done? So we can say total parts, how much we have. So let total parts be capital N, that was 6 total. Removed, how much? Let it be small n, that is how much? 2. So parts removed by total parts can be written as, that is small n by capital N, that is nothing but 2 upon 6, and this 2 upon 6 is nothing but a fraction. So let's understand this properly once again. So this thing we understood, 6 parts we had. Now out of 6, 2 parts are removed. And now we have to show this in the form of a number, that is 2 parts are removed out of 6. So from 6 2 parts are taken out. How to show this with the help of number? And for that, what is to be done? We just need to take the number of parts which are removed and divide it by the total parts that we had in the beginning. So we started with how many parts? 6. And how many are removed? 2. So we can say 2 out of 6 are basically removed, or we can say 2 out of 6 is showing you a number, and that number is nothing but the parts which are removed from the total parts. And this number that we are getting now, that is 2 upon 6, 2 divided by 6 is nothing but a fraction. And this fraction is simply representing that 2 are removed from how many parts? 6. So this is one thing. So we can say finally this is nothing but represents 2 parts out of 6. So we are getting one number, that is 2 upon 6 is a number, and that number is also called fraction, and that is showing you nothing but number of parts removed in from a given number of total parts. This is one example to understand. So 2 by 6, what we are getting is a fraction. Okay, now take another example. Another example, that is let's start with the circle now. Okay, so now we have a circle, and let's divide this circle in also few parts. Okay, so we are going to divide into equal parts, so that is to be taken care. I may not be perfect here. So overall, we had one circle, and now we have divided into how many equal parts that we have to see in the diagram. Approximately. So we have to divide into equal part, that is to be taken care. So we had one circle, now divided into how many parts? 4 equal parts that we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now the next thing we have is, out of this 4, let's remove 1. So if removed, how much? 1 is removed from the same, and again this has to be shown in the form of a number, that is 1 out of 4 is removed. Then how to show it with the help of a number? So again we can say here total parts, capital N, total parts, how many we had? 4. How many removed? 1. So we can say n upon n will be nothing but 1 upon 4 is nothing but the fraction again, which represents 1 removed out of 4. So this is another way of showing this. So again we are getting one number, 1 upon 4, 1 divided by 4, which is nothing but a fraction, which basically shows that out of 4, how much part we have? 1. So one part is removed, or rest we'll see. So overall for the fraction, what things we need? That is, very first we need one number at the top, one number at the bottom. At the bottom we basically talk about the total quantity we had when we started, and at the top we basically talk about how many parts are removed or added or something, that we'll see with the classes. So overall, whenever we are going to represent, that is in the form of this kind of number, that is something divided by something, that is the parts divided by the total number of parts, we are basically going to talk about nothing but the fraction. Okay, so in general, in any kind of fraction, what we see two different numbers. So here we are able to see number 1, that is 1 only, and number 2 is 4. Okay, so in general, small n by capital N is nothing but the small m is given the name numerator. That the small n we have at the top, which is the part of the total parts, and the number at the bottom is also called denominator. So the very first we understood the meaning of a fraction, that is nothing but it is just a number which is showing you the part of the total number of parts. Okay, so here we are talking about a small n is nothing but the parts, okay, which is nothing but the parts of the total part, that is called n. So the one which is the small part is basically called numerator, that is written at the top, and the one which is the total part is basically written at the bottom, which is also called denominator. That is to be understood here. So in general, here we can say your numerator is 1 and here denominator is 4 in this case. Okay, so if I write the number 3 upon 4, so here your numerator is 3 and your denominator is nothing but 4. So that is the thing you should know. So overall, when you talk about this fraction, is nothing but it is just a number. That number will be written like this, that you are able to see, which is nothing but showing you the part of a complete object or part of the whole or part of the group. So let's get the proper definition of the fraction now. So in general, fraction nothing but a number which shows or represent the parts of an object or group. So overall, we understood that when we are writing the fraction, we are doing nothing but we are basically trying to show the parts of an object or a group. So we started with one object and then we divided into 6 or 7 equal parts, that is, we made a group, and then out of that group we removed few parts. So that was basically shown with the help of that number, and that is nothing but the fraction. So the very first case we understood 2 upon 6. So 2 is nothing but your parts and 6 is nothing but your the entire group or the object. So overall, we are doing this only in the fraction. We are basically showing how many parts of a given group or the object. So that is how the fraction can be defined and can be understood, and we'll have more and more clarity when we will start with the different concepts related with the fraction. So now we'll take some exercise questions to get more clarity of the concepts of the fractions. So overall, we understood that any number which is written as 3 upon 4, 1 upon 6, 9 upon 12, they are basically showing you nothing but the numbers, and these numbers are nothing but the fraction, where we have two different numbers, one at the top which is called numerator and one at the bottom which is called denominator. That you have to remember. Okay, now based on this understanding, let's try some exercise questions so that we can have more and more clarity of the meaning of fractions and the related things. So we are going to start with the exercise 7.1 from NCERT. Okay, again only few questions will be done by me, rest can be done. So number 1 you can try yourself. I'm starting with number 2, that is, it says that color the part according to the given fraction. So different situations are given to us, different diagrams are given to us, and next to this diagram a fraction is written. Okay, and based on that fraction we have to color. Okay, so let's understand. So very first one circle is drawn here. So I'm not able to draw a perfect circle, but still, so there is one circle And this circle is divided by 3 different lines. So let's see, understand this. This is one, then this is 2, and a third one. So when you are doing at home, you must take care that all the parts must be equal. I may not be so perfect on the board, but you must try. This parts should be equal. Okay. Now next to this, it is written here. This is not A. This is 1. This is written 1/6. So this is one fraction is given to us next to the diagram, and based on this we have to color it. Means we have to show this fraction with the help of color. So it is written 1/6 means one part out of 6 parts. So you can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total parts we have is 6. Okay. Now out of 6, how many to be colored? 1, because we have to color according to the fraction given to us. So you understood 6 parts total and 1 is to be colored. So 1/6 has to be colored. So we can say out of 6, any one you can color yourself. So we can select any one box, one block we can say, and let's color it. So you must fill it properly with the different color if it is possible. So you understood, now we had total 6. Out of 6, 1 has been colored, and this is how we are showing the fraction 1/6. Simple. Number 2. So in this one there is a triangle given to you. So let's understand this properly. The only thing is, at home you must try to make a perfect diagram, and then you do the coloring and all. Okay. And here it is written 1/4. So 1/4 means out of 4, 1 has to be colored. 1/6 means out of 6, 1 has to be colored. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and out of 4, 1 has to be colored only according to the fraction given to you. So any one you can color. So I can color this one, center one, this one, this one. So let the center be colored. Simple. So that is how simply we can do it. Then number 3 is again a block is given to you, which is having 3 equal parts somewhere. Again, one thing to be taken care, that is the parts must be equal. I am repeating again. And next to this it is written 1/3. So again you can see 1, 2, 3 blocks we have, and out of 3, 1 has to be colored according to the fraction given to you. So you can color any one. So you must fill it properly with the color so that the entire space is covered. So you must take care of this one. Okay. So 1 out of 3, and let's try one more, and rest you can try it at home yourself. I'll be taking the number 5. That is, how many blocks we have it is given. Let me show you the diagram. So basically it has got 3 different blocks. One is this. Somehow this is given to you and it is written 4/9. So according to this, the number given to you 4/9, that is the fraction is 4/9, means total number of parts we have 9. So we can say 9 is a group. Okay, so 9 parts making one group we can say, and out of 9 how many has to be colored? 4. So simple. So you can select any 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and just color it. So You must color it properly. You must fill it properly with the pencil or colored pencil if it is possible. So you understood, out of 9, 4 we have colored and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are non-colored. Simple. So that is how we can show the fraction. And number 4 you can try yourself. Simple. So I hope you understood this question. How to show the parts of a group with the help of the fraction or the number. Number next we have is given to you. I'm going for the next question, number 4, which says that what fraction of a day is 8 hours. So now this is the question given to you. What fraction of a day is 8 hours? So the meaning is, out of a day, means in a day, if you see, we have how many hours? 24 hours in a day, and out of 24 hours, 8 hours is a part of that. Okay, so overall if you have to compare 8 hours with the 24 hours, that is the hours of a day, then how to show it with the help of a number, that is fraction. So I'm repeating again. Overall, out of 24 hours, 8 hours are the part of that total number of hours in a day. Then how to show it with the help of a fraction. So it's very simple. Overall, here we have total hours in a day. How many? So let it be capital N. No, so let it be capital T, and that is 24. So total hours we have in a day is 24, and given hours we have small t, let it be how much? 8. And now we have to express it in the form of a fraction, means 8 is a part of 24. Then how to show it, means how to show the fraction or the number. So therefore we can say n t upon t will be nothing but what? So we always take the part at the top and the total parts at the bottom. So total parts we have how many? That is 24 hours. Out of 24, 8 hours is the part. So this is nothing but 8 upon 12. So this is nothing but the answer, that is 8 out of 24. We can further simplify it also, that we'll see in the coming classes. But overall, this is how we can show 8 out of 24. So only thing is to be understood here, that in a day how many hours we have? 24, and out of 24, 8 is a part of that. Okay, so how to show it with the help of the number? Simple. So this is the fraction we are getting, 8 upon 24. 8 divided by 24 is showing you 8 hours in a given day. Let's go for next question, number 8. I'll be doing few questions which are different from each other. So write the natural numbers from 2 to 12. So very first writing, the question is write the natural numbers from how many? 2 to 12. This is first thing given to you. And then the question is, what fraction of them are prime number? So what fraction of them are prime numbers? So I hope you understood somewhere. The question given to you is, very first we have to write the natural numbers starting from 2 to 12. So we know how to write the natural number, 2, 3, 4. So just counting. So let's write down very first. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay, so this is first thing has to be written. And now the question is, what fraction of them are prime numbers? So out of this group, how many are prime numbers? That is to be shown in the form of a number, that is nothing but a fraction. So very first we need to find out how many parts we have, how many numbers we have total. So we can say total numbers is n, total n, let it be capital N. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total numbers given to us is 11. So this is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now out of this, how many prime numbers we have? Let's find out. So let's find out prime numbers. Means how many are prime numbers? So we know the very first prime number we have 2, then 3, 5 also, then 7 we have, then 11 we have. So I hope you understood. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. So these are the only prime numbers we have in this group given to you. So how many we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of 11 numbers given to us, 5 numbers are prime numbers. So how to show it with the help of fraction or number? So we can say it is nothing but n upon n, small n upon capital N, that is nothing but 5 divided by 11, and this is our answer. That is, out of 11, 5 are prime numbers. So 5 upon 11 is the fraction showing the number of prime numbers in the given group of 11 numbers. Simple. So 11 numbers forming a group of natural number, and 5 are actually the prime numbers. So we can say prime numbers are the parts of a group of 11 different numbers given to us. That is how we understand the meaning of fraction. Simple. So let's try next one. I'm going for number 8 is done. Then let it be number 10. Number 10 says that what fraction of these circles have x is there. Okay, so let me write down. So what fraction of these circles, I'll be drawing the diagram also. Have so in general there are 8 different circles given. So I'm making a rough diagram again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out of this, in 4 we have crossed, that is x. So this is the question given to you. There are different number of circles. Out of these numbers of a circle, which is of a group now. So it is forming a group, we can say. So this is a group, and that group is containing 8 circles. Out of 8 circles, 4 circles are having x, that is crossed. So how to show it with the help of fraction? So that is how to be represented. So again you understood, that is total circles, let it be capital N. How many? 4 plus 4, 8. And circles with cross in them, that is how much? Small n, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 circles are having the cross. So therefore, how to show the number? That is the fraction for this. So we just need to write down small n by capital N. Small n is how much? 4. Total is 8. So 4 upon 8 is a fraction showing you that is in a given group containing 8 circles. Out of 8 circles, 4 circles are having cross or x in them. Simple. Okay. So I hope you understood. When you're talking about a group, what is group here? In the definition you understood group, that is forming a group of circles. It can form a group of different birds, different animals, different objects. All things are possible. Okay, so let's try one more question and then rest you can do it yourself. So let's take the last question from my side, number 11. Number 11 says that Kristen received a CD player for her birthday. She bought 3 CDs and received 5 others as gift. So there is a girl with name Kristen. Okay, so that is the name of the girl. I'm not writing the entire question. So she had a CD player, and for that CD player she basically purchased 3 CDs from the market, and 5 CDs she got as gift also. So CDs she bought is how many? That is 3. That is given to you. And CDs she received as gift is number 5. Okay, now the question is what fraction of her total series. So the question is what fraction of her total series C did she buy, and what fraction did she receive, and what fraction did she receive as gift. So this is the question given to us. I'm repeating again. Kristen had the CD player, and she purchased 3 CDs from the market, and 5 she got as a gift from someone. Now based on this statement, the question is what fraction of her total series did she buy, and what fraction did she receive as gift. So overall we have to show that out of total number of series now she is having, that total number is having 3 as 5 as gift and 3 she got it from the market. So how to show the two different things in the form of fraction? Means 3 she got from the market, how to show it with the help of fraction. 5 she got as a gift, how to show this with the help of a fraction. So that is a simple question we have. So very first, now writing the solution here only. So it has 2 different parts, that is 2 different questions are given to you. So very first we understood total number of series how many. So total number of series, that is 3 plus 5, that is 8. So this is nothing but our capital N. So capital N is the number of parts. So now we can say she has total 8 series, that is capital N, and series she bought from the market, that is 3. So let this be N1, that is number 1, and series she received as a gift 5, let it be number 2. So we have to show the fraction for both, that is she got from the market and she received as a gift. So we can say that is N1 upon N, that is the first part we have, that is she bought from the market, that is nothing but 3 upon 8. This is nothing but the fraction she bought. So I'm writing in brief. So 3 by 8 is basically showing you that out of 8 CDs, 3 she has bought from the market. So 3 upon 8 is basically showing you the number or the fraction, which is nothing but showing you how many series she got it from the market as compared to the total number of series. Simple. And N2 upon N, capital N, will be nothing but how much? 5 upon 8, that is the fraction she got gift. So very simple, I am writing in the statement. So I hope you understood. The question is very simple. If C had the CD player and 5 C got as gift, that is series, 3 C got from the market. How to show these two statements with the help of the fraction? So very first we need to find out the total numbers whenever we are finding the fraction of a given part or number. So it understood total parts we have is 5 plus 3, 8, and now out of 8, 3 she got from the market, so that is 3 upon 8 is just showing you nothing but the number, showing that C has got this number of series out of 8. And second one is basically showing you that out of 8, 5 C got as the gift. So 3 by 8, 5 by 8 are two different fractions, showing you two different statement here. Simple. So that is all we have done today, and I've done all the questions which are different from each other. Rest similar questions you have to try at home. So homework I am giving to you that you must try from the same exercise. Number 1 I have not done. Number 2 I have done. Number 3, number 5, 6, 7, 9. So these are the questions you have to try yourself, and I hope you will be able to do it. And that is all we have today, and I hope you understood the meaning of the fraction and how can we use it in the daily life. Just with some examples we understood. With more classes we will have more and more clarity of the fraction and the related concepts. So for today is done. Just take care, be at home, and thank you, and Hari Om.